Hi guys, so where have I been the past couple of days? Well, I've just completed upgrading the hardware and customizing the studio a bit with a green screen, and I've also implemented new webcam software. So do let me know how you experience the video and audio in the comments below, please. So without further ado, we're going to be checking out 2 Rover Curiosity photographs and maybe another link. Another Tic-Tac shaped UAP or UFO spotted on Mars. And the first photograph, taken on Sol 2438 by the nav cam, shows this bright reflective object just above the Martian surface. Looks like it's hovering over there. You've probably seen this featured in some videos already. There it is up close, and we can see it's got this larger part with a larger dome and a smaller dome at the bottom. And then from Sol 688, also from the nav cam, we've got that dark spot also just hovering there above the Martian surface. And if we zoom in, also looks like the cigar-shaped object, or maybe a disc, with a dome on the bottom and a small flat one on the top. And this reminds me of the encounter between a Navy FA-18 Super Hornet and the Tic-Tac shaped UAP, as released by the Stars Academy in the New York Times on the 16th of December 2017. So we're all quite familiar with that. And there's the object. Also looks either like a cigar-shaped object or maybe a disc. A smaller flattened dome on top and the larger one at the bottom. And then there they are next to one another for comparison. And I must say, the image taken by the Curiosity rover over there to the top right of that object, and this one over here to the bottom taken by the fighter pilot. The objects look very, very similar. And then that brighter object over there too. We've got the larger part to this object with a dome on top and a smaller one at the bottom. So curious similarity over there between those 3 craft. So are these Tic-Tac shaped UAPs or UFOs also visiting the Curiosity rover on Mars? So while we're on the subject of cigar-shaped craft and the Navy, I thought it would be cool to show you this one from the blackvault.com. SSN 674 captured these photographs in March of 1971 apparently in the Arctic region. And it also features rather strange triangular craft, and of course we're looking at the cigar shape or tic-tac shaped craft. And if these photographs are real, we're looking at an awesome anomaly over here. It looks as if the cigar shaped object left the water here at one heck of a speed. Look at the water vapor and cloud that it's left in its wake. Incredible photograph. Let's zoom in on it. You also see a bright red light there, rather interesting. And also this article features a nice photograph gallery, so check that out. So thanks to the blackvault.com for this. In other space news, this article published in news24.com today. A hacker used a tiny Raspberry Pi computer to infiltrate NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory network, stealing sensitive data and forcing the temporary disconnection of space flight systems, the agency has revealed. Prior to detection, the attacker was able to exfiltrate 23 files amounting to approximately 500 megabytes of data. The report from NASA's Office of Inspector General said. So yeah, scary stuff. The breach came about as a result of a system administrator failing to update the database that determines which devices have access to the network. As a result, new devices could be added without proper vetting. This does also remind me of the Gary McKinnon story, where he was able to hack into the NASA computers, where he downloaded a partial image of what looked like a cigar-shaped object with domes on it, and two spreadsheets, one fleet-to-fleet transfers and the other non-terrestrial officers. So do check that video out as well. I'll include links to all the relevant material below. So in closing, I know this is going to be very controversial, guys, but I need to say something about the recent mainstream media UAP and AATIP disclosure. It's great to see that news media and the History Channel is focusing on the work that AATIP did. However, they failed to mention the past 70 years and the origin of the UFO phenomena, which started around the time of Roswell in the 30s and 40s. We also know that the UFO phenomena has been studied in detail for several decades now. However, the TTSA approaches this phenomena as a new field of study, hence the new term UAP instead of UFO. So not just the narrative is changing, but also the terminology. And then concerning is the TTSA's persistent threat, in inverted commas, undertone the UAP phenomena poses. And I'm asking the question here, as well as many others, are we possibly heading for a fake alien invasion scenario? And then with each false flag, we know that the MIC receives a huge cash injection to keep its gears turning. So read what the late Werner von Braun said about the MIC and false flags. There's the link to that article there, and I'll include it in the description as well. And then General Douglas MacArthur, who was fired by President Truman for running parallel UFO investigations of his own, said in a speech, in quotes, "The next war will be an interplanetary war. The nations of the earth must someday make a common front against attack by people from other planets. The politics of the future will be cosmic or interplanetary," end quote. And then we also know about President Eisenhower and his warning about the MIC. And then we also know about President Donald Trump's statements about the MIC recently. So yeah, the recent escalation in UFO or UAP disclosure in mainstream media is awesome. However, I encourage us all to be aware and use discernment when it comes to mainstream media disclosure, which is controlled disclosure. So thanks again for watching. I'll be back soon with more Mars anomalies and space news. You can also follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and over at my blog. And you can also find me on PayPal and Patreon. And if you do subscribe, remember to hit the notifications bell. So I'll be back soon. Thanks again. Ciao for now.